8:13 a.m., 8th day of April, year 2023. I had that medical bracelet laying on this, the one that Brianna got. Last name starts with a V. She got June the 26th, 2019, from National Park Medical Center, Garland County, Arkansas. I've already looked in the trash, can't find it. But something was on my mind in regard to that. Anyway, I was going to see if I can do a shorter video. That woman who more or less lived here from June 2018 to part of September 2019. It's like I want to tell myself that she was not pregnant. Secretly, on purpose. I want to tell myself she wasn't, but then I think of this. On the day that Dr. Michael Cogrove, gynecologist, was getting ready to do the pelvic ultrasound, his medical technician, she's like 5'4", same hair color as Brianna. I don't know if I can say the last name. I haven't so far. I've said the last name of the doctor, but I mean, you can look up like a U.S. Today or something article on him. Anyway, I've kept that medical bracelet all this time. That green one, it was laying right here yesterday. Somebody tidied up some stuff. Not going to get into names, but I can't find it. I've checked the trash. I don't know what anybody expects to get out of it, but it's going to go to this. Okay, anyway, I like to tell myself that woman was not secretly pregnant, but when I think of, I'm going to sit in the corner of the room, getting ready to take notes. The only time the medical assistant went in a room, other than the room that would go into and weigh, I probably said this yesterday, I'm trying to say it on a shorter video, probably gonna waste time, waste data, all that. I sat down to say, Brianna says, she thinks she has endometriosis, which is cervical cancer. As soon as I say that, the woman just walks out of the room. Brianna, I wish I could say last names. I don't know. My so-called then girlfriend, the medical assistant to Dr. Michael Cogrove, is standing right beside her. The medical assistant is standing in a sympathetic way, like an emotionally supportive way, by my then girlfriend, who's already changed out into a gown, because he's going to use that, I don't even know what you call it. They called it a pelvic ultrasound. She had one the previous week with a woman. And to throw this out there, the Dr. Michael Cogrove said before the scheduled surgery, okay, we went to June the 26th, 2019, for her to pre-register. I didn't go in the back. Where I had that medical bracelet laying right here yesterday. I took video of it laying right there. I don't ever remember moving it. But everything, somebody tidied up stuff. It was all stacked up, and I didn't even think about it yesterday. When I got up, I was groggy, whatever. And I hope this ain't hint about the local probate circuit judge in Montgomery County, Arkansas, or divorce court judge, family judge, whatever you call him. Because when she gets here yesterday, I'll just say a sister who's been doing some cleaning on and off for over a year, like a year and a half, she's saying her sister went to jail. And I said, where's she going to jail at? And she said, Mount Ida. And I'm like, oh, I thought it would be Glenwood or Pike County. Is this coincidental? I mean, it could be. I don't know. I don't even know if she's in district court or circuit court. Well, anyway, I try to tell myself at times, I was doing it yesterday on and off, doing it this morning, and I really didn't want to wake up this way, but anyway, I just want to get it off my mind, even if I waste data on this or not. I'm trying to upload it slowly. I want to tell myself that Brianna, I almost said her last name, middle name Summer, Somer, was not secretly pregnant. 2019. but she had to be. So, I mean, well, okay, I go, sit in a chair, I'm in khaki pants, dark shoes. I sit down. To the right of me is the examination table. So when we first got in there, she was just told she's going to have to change. She changed. Gets on the medical bed, the examination table. You know, I wish I could count in memory. This is probably at least our third, if not more, appointment to meet this Dr. Michael Cogrove. When you go into the main lobby, the main waiting room, there's people there, you know, you check in. Then after you check in, we go down to a hall and we go to this medical tech's room. As soon as you walk in the room, on the left is a desk, and right here are some big white scales, and just stand on them and weigh. And I would always weigh after my girlfriend, Brianna, Brianna. Then we would go in a different room and meet the Dr. Michael Cogrove. When he weighed, see that kind of just almost tips it over the edge. I'm not able to find the medical bracelet. Is that done on purpose? I mean, is it coincidental with the timing? Is it done on purpose? Because I'll say this too with the phones. I don't know who ties into it. And if it's the local so-called family court judge, Andrew Reiner, like somebody that, you know, when I took money out of the backpack thing, the person couldn't even tell me how much money was in there until I said it out loud. I don't know what's been going on with the technology. I'd like for that to stop. If that's the way it's going, it's being used against me, not for me, not for my better interest. Anyway, on that day, I say out loud, June, whatever it was, before the surgery, surely this wasn't as far back as May, 2019, I sit down in the chair, getting ready to take notes from the specialist, gynecologist. I just say, Brianna says she's afraid she has endometriosis. As soon as I say that, the medical assistant, she, like the 5'4" woman, almost same color hair as my girlfriend, she just walks out of the room. I mean, don't say a word, drops her hands to her sides, walks out of the room. I took note then, my mind right then, seeing this happening in the moment in front of me, I'm like, this is socially awkward. I just picked up on it, but there was not much for me to think. When he got done with I never looked up at the monitor. It was like high up. It was like from here, it was farther from here to that wall, but it was maybe about as big as that TV. That's a 32-inch, maybe. I mean, it's like a distance from me. Like about from here to farther than that, where somebody put that up there over a month ago. Maybe I can put that section I just did. I'll try to narrow this down in YouTube short and put it up there. It's like if this did happen, how many people know but me? I don't know. Like in the state of Arkansas. Can they just tell me? I mean, if I'm not going to be worrying about, if I don't have to worry about child support, or if the kid's in another country, if I don't have to have any ramifications over this, if I'm not going to be down the road haunted anyway, it's like, why won't somebody just tell me? I want to go back and tell myself that she was not pregnant, and then I'll start thinking of just one-liner moments. It's impossible. Too much adds up. The woman was pregnant. How and when did they narrow down that I was the biological father? Did the kid go out of the country? Who did the kid go with? I mean, this woman says to me, she tells Kid Bree late last year in the river back here, not late last year, summer 2022, says she would sell her eggs to a couple who could not have children. Then looks at me and says, since the Dr. Michael Cogrove surgery, she wonders if she could still do that. She's telling Kid Bree that. A few days later here, I'm asking Kidbury, I'm like, why did she say that? I'm like, she doesn't even need to be putting things like that in your head. She's like, well, I'm not the type to do that. I'm like, well, good. But anyway, now my that medical bracelet is missing. Is that coincidental? Is that on purpose? It's not. Whoever had the motives of that, I'd like to know, was that pre-planned? Anyway, on that day, that Dr. Michael Cogrove, Hot Springs, Arkansas, after he gets done with that pelvic ultrasound, he comes up standing right in front of me and says, nothing is cancerous or precancerous. And I said, thank you. I said, thank you, and shook the man's hand. I said, thank you for being so thorough. Because on an appointment before that, he had already taken lab work. I don't know, it was a black lady, African-American lady that came to the door after Dr. Michael Cogrove left. We weren't even in that room that day. Brianna come back, not Kidbury. I referred to somebody as Kidbury, who's not even 18 years old yet. But this August, Brianna, then girlfriend, she turns 41 this August, 2023. She was under this roof when she turned 40 last August, 2022. Anyway, that Dr. Michael Cogrove come up to me, said nothing cancerous, precancerous. I shook his hand for being thorough. It was right before, on that appointment day, before he started doing the pelvic ultrasound, I asked him something about a varicose vein that I was diagnosed with that goes to my left testicle. And he just, I don't remember what I exactly asked, and I don't remember what he all told me. I remember his question, though. He's like, he basically asked, is it an internal or external varicose vein? He was like asking if it was one on the scrotum or what. I'm like, no, down to the testicle. I don't even remember what I asked. I don't know if he had, I don't even know what I asked medically. Because I was told by Dr. Philip Woodward in Hot Springs, Arkansas at the age of 13 that I had a 20% chance of being sterile. Anyway, either very, very late 2018 or very early 2019, one day, Brianna Van Auken, I said her first and last name there. She gets out of the master bathroom here. She's going in this master closet. She's standing right in front of the doorway, getting ready to look for clothes. She's right in front of me and says something about her weight. And then she says, I blame you. Even the way she said that day, I mean, I thought, man, this woman commonly done drugs. I won't get into that. I knew a little bit of her routine, her longtime boyfriend before me. I thought the woman was just getting closer to 40. She's just going to gain weight. I mean, okay, going back to this thought. Why, when I say out loud in front of two adult people, probably on property owned by National Park Medical Center. See, it's got me just, I found it. Maybe it's where I put it. I guess it is. The medical bracelet. Good. So I jumped the gun there. This was on my mind anyway. I was like, I was even taking it this morning. I'm like trying to tell myself she's not pregnant. Was not pregnant at that time. I didn't go in the back, but I was with her. But just think if she was, I mean, is that not pretty evil-hearted? I mean, I don't get it. I don't know. I think she's got a history of doing it. That Dr. Michael Cogrove said to her, 5 undocumented miscarriages on the first or second meeting with her. I wish I had asked something about that to her later. I've only heard her ever talk about, not with me, before me, 2013, 2017. And then what she told me in regard to me in or about August 2018. Maybe that Dr. Michael Cogrove, since these people like to speak in code and beat around the bush, I have a feeling, I remember him saying he had a 3-year-old at home at that time, this Dr. Michael Cogrove. I have a sneaking suspicion if whatever kids he had, see, that kid would be now how old? Like 7? That was in about May of 2019. So 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 6, 7. That kid be 7 years old. I have a feeling if somebody DNA tests that kid with him, I bet he's not the biological father. Or if he's had a wife at that time, at the time of the birth of the kid, I bet his wife is not the biological mother. I have a feeling there's probably a few kids produced by this ex-girlfriend of mine. I even told Jonathan, her longtime boyfriend, I told him earlier this year or late last year in person. I said, you probably got a couple of kids you don't even know about. I said, I bet one of you, probably up to 12. He first said, kind of like smiling, he said, yeah. He's like, yeah, I probably do. And I said, the biological mother would be Brianna. And he had a look of offense on his face when I said that. I don't like that guy. I do not like that Dr. Michael Cogrove. I do not like him. But what I've come to discern in hindsight, I don't know if they got him or not, but in or about May, June 2021, I did a lot of emailing to the whistleblower.gov. I don't have access to those emails anymore, or a few older email accounts. But I use SpeakText, and I just went down through it. I mean, starting in late 2022 to early 2023, some of the phones started hinting something about child support. But the only names that would bring it up on would be first name Chad and first name Andy. One a politician, one a long-time like storm cleanup guy, dozer operator. I guess I stuck it in that. I took it off the table before she even got here, just to quit leaving it out. I had to. Wish I'd found it sooner. I was wanting to do something anyway, but I was like, man. But hell, I got a little beer lit yesterday, groggy. See, too many things kept happening. Like after, in or about March of 2020, why was Michelle Long, a fellow classmate or student from Cat Hill School? She's a grade above me, but she's like a year younger than me. Why is she calling me in or about March of 2020 telling me that Dr. Michael Cogrove delivered her son? Doesn't she already have children? I'm for real here. And then telling me the other doctor had a history of delivering babies improperly, breaking their arms or shoulders. I even got the impression before that. It's like the Michelle Long was trying to reach out to me like she's being a friend, but there was some ulterior motive that I don't know anything about. One day she's driving, she said she's driving to work in Glenwood. There's snow on the ground. This was like January or so of 2020. I'm like, be careful. And she's like, yeah, it's not my car. She's like, otherwise I wouldn't be worried about it, but it's not my car. It's my boss's car. I got some of the times she would call me would be I would be in the middle of doing something. I'd be like trying to call a medical health insurance on behalf of my mother, Debbie Abbott. And it's like she could see what I was doing over the phones or something. I don't know why I would be any concern to her at all. I called one day. I found out through her voicemail that she was doing something in realty or with a realty license. Anyway, I wrote down before the Dr. Michael Colgrove, gynecologist, did the pelvic ultrasound. When he got the lab results back from the blood work, he said Brianna had the MTHFR gene. Another one, I don't even know if I still have those notes anymore. One that starts with an A. See if I can edit this and put it in shorts.